Right now, picture a puppy, a kitten, a baby seal. And the moment you do, something happens in your chest. A softening, a pull, a quiet, involuntary awe. You didn't decide to feel that. It arrived before you could think. Most people assume cuteness is just a preference. But that's not quite right. Because that reaction isn't really about the puppy at all. It's a program, an ancient one, running underneath your awareness. And it can be triggered by things that were never even alive.
Let's start with the face. In 1943, an Austrian scientist named Konrad Lorenz noticed something nobody had named. Human babies, puppies, kittens, baby birds, almost every infant animal shared the same features. A head too big for the body, a high, round forehead, eyes large, low on the face and wide apart, a small nose, round cheeks, soft, clumsy limbs. Lorenz called this cluster the kittens schema, the baby schema, and he proposed something radical, that these features weren't just common, they were a signal, a key cut to fit a lock inside the human brain. When we see that exact combination, we don't choose to care. The caring is triggered.
For decades, it was just a theory. Then the brain scanners arrived. In 2008, a neuroscientist named Morten Kringelbach measured the brain by the millisecond. He showed volunteers adult faces and infant faces flashing past. And when an infant face appeared, a region behind the eyes lit up, tied to reward and pleasure. But here is what stopped them cold. It activated in about 1/7 of a second. That is faster than you can consciously recognize what you're looking at. Before you know it's a baby, your brain has already responded. The awe happens before thought.
But here is where it gets strange, because the program has a flaw. It cannot tell the difference between species. Your brain was built to protect helpless, big-eyed human infants, but a kitten has the same large eyes, the same round head. A puppy hits every point on the schema, and your brain simply cannot tell that the lock belongs to another animal, so it fires anyway. The tenderness you feel for a kitten is human caregiving, leaking out, misdirected onto a matching face.
And once you see that, you start to notice the flaw being used, because if a feeling can be triggered by a shape can be manufactured. In 1979, the biologist Stephen Jay Gould studied 50 years of cartoon mouse drawings, and he found that decade by decade, the mouse had been quietly changing. His eyes grew larger, his head rounder, his forehead higher, his limbs softer. Artists had slowly reshaped him, pushing him deeper into the baby schema, because it made audiences love him more. The same happened to the teddy bear. Real bears have long snouts and small eyes. Nothing about them is cute. But across the 20th century, toy bears drifted away from real ones. Shorter snouts, bigger eyes, rounder faces. The bears that sold best were the ones that looked the most like infants.
So why would evolution build something this powerful and this easy to exploit? The answer is the most helpless creature that has ever existed, the human infant. A foal can walk within hours of birth. A human cannot lift its own head. For years, a human child depends entirely on someone choosing to care for it. And caring for something that helpless is exhausting, relentless. A purely rational creature might walk away. So evolution didn't leave it to reason. It wired the caregiving into the body. It made the helplessness itself irresistible. The babies who carried those features were the babies who got cared for. And the babies who got cared for are the ones who survived to become us. Cuteness isn't decoration. It's one of the oldest survival tools our species has.
So the next time you melt at a puppy or a stranger's baby on a train, understand what's happening. You aren't responding to the animal in front of you. You're feeling the echo of millions of years of helpless infants who needed someone to stay. Because once, you were the one with the big eyes and the round face, the one who could do nothing but exist and hope someone would care. And someone did. Not because they chose to, but because something inside them, older than language, would not let them look away.